Well, hello, everybody. It's Friday, June 27th. Glad you've joined us today. I'm Kevin Rouch here at the Elmwood Media Complex in Studio B. And this is the Daily Scrum. Today's going to be a little different. Usually we have a very fine-tuned scripted show, and today will not be that because we just got a couple of announcements. Not going to take very long today. We've reached out to some folks, and that's why the big question mark, by the way, on the slide. And if you're wondering who that is I. They're doing a game somewhere. I think that was a hockey game at the Ice House. And I apparently was watching the game stoically without any hint of excitement whatsoever. I don't know. I'm going to say it was a commercial break. How about that? I don't think there was a lot going on there. It's hard to get a picture of me with my mouth shut, you know. So anyway, that's our slide today. The big question mark is, and the TBA in the lineup today is just to say, hey, you know, this is going to be a little off the cuff today. Nothing wrong. Nothing is bad here in Studio B. That's not what B stands for. If you wonder, it's the basement. But today we're going to talk a little bit about the show and where we're going to go and with the website and what we're going to try to do. Next week is going to be a week off for us. We've had a couple of days this week, and we're going to take a full week off next week because of the holiday. And we're going to retool some website stuff. We think we have a great website, and I would encourage people. I mean, I don't think we're going to change it drastically, but we're going to try to introduce some more video and some more live stuff, or at least some more live video that will be recorded and can be seen either way. We're also going to just do an assessment of, go ahead and look at the analytics and see what we're doing. We'd like to have some more eyes and ears on this show. So we're going to figure some things out to do that. Could be time of the day, could be length, could be features, but we think we've got a good product here at C-Bus Sports. We think that the short form stories of what's happening on a daily basis are ways that people can keep in touch with sports, whether it's high school or college or professional, the Jackets and the Crew and the Clippers. And we just want to make sure that we're getting the word out properly. So we're going to, rather than spend time on individual stories, and we're going to try to keep things updated as much as we can, but we want to spend our time next week on what we can do, again, to get more eyes and ears on the product, because we like it. We're proud of it. And we think sports has a great message to send generally, but there are a lot of great stories within sports at all levels. And we don't think of levels as up and down. We think of them as across, because we think high school stories are as important as the highest ranks of professional sports. We think there are great stories throughout, and we want to tell those stories. And that may mean doing some features on individual athletes or coaches or administrators in some way. But on the day-to-day basis, we want to be concise. We want people to come on our site, look at the headlines, see what interests them. But even by reading the headlines, they stay up to date. And on this show, we want to be an adjunct to that. We want to give some voice to those stories, but we also want to dig a little deeper and have our own content that isn't dependent on what the website has. Now, that's a lot of talk. And what it basically means is we're going to refine, simplify that approach, and do a better job of letting people know what we do. Because we want to raise a little bit of revenue to support what we're doing, maybe get a little bit of an expansion. Love to do more high school stuff. And that takes time. Basically, we cover, because we cover the Central District here in Ohio, as according to the Ohio High School rules, we want to make sure that we do that. There's over 100 of those teams here in that footprint. Can't cover them all. Can't do every game story. I mean, we're looking ahead to the fall and how we'll cover. I mean, football is the big daddy, but we also want to cover soccer and field hockey and cross country. And we want to do it in a way that is, I think I forgot girls tennis in there too. But we want to cover all of that in a way that's meaningful, that allows people to keep up with it. Because these athletes are working really hard. And it's why we started this project a couple of years ago, actually more than that. Because we wanted to tell those stories. And they're important. My family has benefited from that. It's a way to pay back a little bit as I leave one profession and devote my time to this. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take next week. And it's not to say we won't keep some things up. We have some stories. I'm going tonight to the Blue Jackets watch party, the draft watch party. In the media space, they'll have, once they draft people, we'll do Zoom interviews and be able to get you that information. And we'll continue to write some stories over the weekend that gives you an idea, because Saturday tomorrow there will be more picks. And we want to keep up with those stories. So we won't drop the ball on those. But next week, without the show in the afternoons, we will take that time to improve the product and to get the word out. So that's the easy way to say it. And we hope you'll be along for the ride. We hope if you've been watching, listening, at least a part of it, that you have an idea of what we're trying to do and might help us support, or might support us to help us do a good job, because we want to do a good job. There are a lot of folks online that are trying to get impressions, and they'll trick you just a little bit, right? To get those, we like to be straight up so that you know what our content is. We're not trying to, hey, we've got a list of these, and you'll be so surprised by the 7th one. That's not the way we want to do it. But we want to get the word out. So we're going to work real hard at that. Both cbussports.com and the show, the Daily Scrum. So we'll leave you with those thoughts and have you come back on July 7th, a week from Monday. One thing I can tell you, we'll have an e-newsletter for you to sign up for on that day, where you'll get it once a week. We may have some membership options. We certainly will have a little bit of different take on this show. We'll always take your suggestions, because we want to do this in a way that makes sense for our viewers. And obviously, I can only be the age that I am. And we want to hear from people that are different ages, to see what they're looking for online. I mean, we're not going to create controversy where there is none. We're going to talk about great efforts, great stories. So let us know. info@cbussports.com. That's info@cbussports.com. CBus has 2 S's in the middle, 1 at the end. Let us know what you think. We really do pay attention. One of the reasons we're doing this. You know, we would like to increase our viewership of this show. So we're going to do what we can. Come on back and go to the website all next week. There'll be stuff to look at. But on July 7th, we're going to remember that day because that'll be a change. We'll take advantage of the 3-day weekend to make some efforts. Certainly would appreciate your comments. In the meantime, we want you to enjoy, and we will tell you we are going to be at the Blue Jackets viewing party tonight. I forgot exactly what they got. I think it's a viewing party of the NHL draft. So we'll try to get you the flavor of that. And, of course, their selections. They had a potential trade fall through earlier today, so we'll talk about that later. Kind of cheering for it to go through, but the Canadians able to steal one away. But we will keep watching and listening and talking to people that know a lot about it. So stay tuned for that. The Clippers are still playing this weekend. They're hot. They've won 6 in a row. So we'll keep an eye on them. And maybe a little controversy surrounding the Crew. A real controversy. We'll see. We'll see who gets the start on Sunday for the black and gold. And who the top 11 will be going into that match with the team leading the East, Philadelphia. So a lot to watch, a lot to talk about, but I'm looking forward to July 7th. So we hope you will be back for that. And we appreciate you taking a little bit of time with us today. And that you enjoy the weekend. And if we don't talk before the holiday, we hope you have a safe one in celebrating this country. 4th of July always makes me a patriot. Till then, on behalf of everybody here at the Daily Scrum, I'm Kevin Rouch. Have a great weekend, everybody.